Recorded Books presents Fairest of Heart by Karen Witemeyer, narrated by Barbara Mcculloh. Prologue. Chicago, Illinois, Spring, 1892. Keep your eyes down and head bowed, Edith instructed. Do nothing to draw attention. A woman like Narcissa LaBelle lives for the spotlight, so you must make yourself dim in comparison. I won't be able to help you once her troupe leaves town. Penelope Snow bit her lip and nodded, doing her best to stave off the tears misting her eyes as she smoothed the brown calico apron she wore over a shapeless, mud-colored dress. She and Edith had selected her wardrobe with care, opting for functional, drab pieces that would hide the figure that had caused so much trouble in her last position. You're going on an adventure, Pen. A chance to see new places, meet new people. Don't dwell on what you're leaving behind. The Lord has provided a fresh start. Make the most of it, she thought. Ah, my lamb. Edith clutched Penelope to her breast in an unexpected embrace. I'm going to miss you so. The cook from Wyndham's School for Girls rarely showed emotion and seemed to regret her outburst a heartbeat after it happened. Stiffening, she set Penelope away from her with a sniff and paced to the window of Madame Labelle's sitting room, where they'd been asked to wait. Penelope followed and placed her hand on the elderly woman's shoulder. I'll miss you, too. Miss Wyndham might have taught me grammar, literature, and history, but the lessons I learned at your knee are the ones I carry in my heart. Edith reached across her chest to cover Penelope's hand with gnarled fingers, knuckles swollen and arthritic from years of hard work, skin rough and calloused. Yet those same hands had cradled Penelope as a baby, lifting her from the basket a stranger had abandoned on the school's back stoop in the middle of a winter storm. Those hands had taught her to knead bread and sew a fine stitch. They'd folded over hers while she learned to pray to a God who loved all his children, no matter how humble their beginnings. The sitting room door opened, and Penelope jerked her hand away from Edith's shoulder. She turned to face whoever entered, ducking her chin as she'd been coached. The maid who had shown them into the small parlor upon their arrival now held the door wide as a striking woman swept inside. Penelope stole a quick glance at the woman, who would be her employer, and had to lock her jaw to keep from gaping like a fish. Madame LaBelle was the most beautiful woman Penelope had ever seen. So elegant and sophisticated. She moved with such grace, her skirt didn't even rustle. And what a skirt it was. Bright red silk, patterned with delicate black flowers that danced like blooms in a breeze, silhouetted against a sunset. Black lace fanned out along the hem, with matching lace accents, hugging the actress's waist to emphasize her hourglass figure. The squared-off neckline dipped lower than the current high-necked style, setting her apart as a woman of boldness and confidence. Her presence demanded attention. Ah, here you are, my dears. Madame LaBelle's face lit up, as if she'd been searching for them for hours. Let's get down to business, shall we? Her arm moved in an artful flourish as she gestured for Penelope and Edith to precede her into the seating area located in front of the small hearth. Have a seat on the settee, she invited, as she alit on the longer pale green sofa. You'll have to excuse my ragged appearance. She lifted a hand to her perfectly coiffed chestnut locks. I've been packing all day. It's quite fatiguing. She smiled at Penelope, which is why I'm so grateful to have you joining our merry band of travelers. Madame LaBelle
Sample complete. Ready to continue?